Following the deportation of a number of Jamaicans, Trinidad and Tobago has taken steps to ensure its border security is up to date. That announcement was made by Foreign Affairs Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dennis Moses, during a press statement by both countries on Monday. The comments came at the end of bilateral talks on day 2 of Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, and his delegation's visit to Jamaica.
We had a very productive day, and I'm pleased to report that we made significant progress. There are issues, of course, that we will still have to discuss the details of structure and framework. But in general, I think that we have reached understanding on many of the critical issues that have faced us.
They say talk is cheap. But with situations such as the immigration and trade rows that were fast brewing between Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, talk is essential. Prime Minister of Jamaica Andrew Holness declared that the bilateral talks on Monday, as part of the official visit by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, to Jamaica, were a success. As preempted, the delegations of both countries, headed by the Prime Ministers, discussed the continued denial of Jamaicans from entering Trinidad, the latest incident being in March this year, when 12 Jamaicans were detained at the Piarco International Airport in alleged unsuitable conditions and deported to Jamaica. After a rather short joint statement by the Prime Ministers, the floor was handed to the Foreign Affairs Ministers for Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, Kamina Johnson-Smith and Dennis Moses, respectively. Mr. Moses notes that when the Jamaican government notified his government of the situation this year, it sprung into action to address the matter.
Many of the areas that could have been identified as needing particular attention to resolve certain problems that would have emerged over the recent past, starting in March, would have been resolved, and the one relative to dedicated facility at Piarco International Airport in Trinidad to treat with the process that involves entry into the country is well on its way. Within 2 weeks, that facility should be completed. Thirdly, the turnaround of persons who might have been involved in infractions of the Immigration Act of Trinidad and Tobago. We have instituted mechanisms so as to allow a respectful, proper system to be put in place so that the turnaround of nationals of Jamaica and the nationals of other countries would be a short one, and they can regain their countries of origin.
Mr. Moses notes that immigration officials are also being trained.
And the training of immigration officers, that would have started Wednesday past. So we will have completed 3 days at the end of today's session. The other 2 days would be Monday and Tuesday. It involves training of all levels of immigration officers, the contingents that would be interfacing at the airport, Piarco International Airport, with members of the public, the traveling public passengers. So that training would involve 20 to 30 persons per day, and all told we would have in excess of 100 persons trained. Or the full complement, including supervisors, would have been trained at the end of the session next Tuesday, a total of 5 days.
He added that investigations into the detaining of 12 Jamaican nationals at the Piarco International Airport in March are ongoing. But immigration wasn't the only thing discussed at the meeting. Jamaica's Foreign Affairs Minister outlined the other areas deliberated.
We explored views in respect of the implementation of the CSME regime, which, as you know, includes movement of goods, services, people, and the right of establishment and capital among our region and between our countries in particular. And this, of course, sets us on a solid path to ensuring that we address trade issues between our countries. More work to be done in that regard.
In-depth details of the bilateral discussions will be revealed during a press conference on Thursday.